Hi guys, how's it going? It's Nav here from Navshay Coaching. I'm a life coach by profession and I run my own practice and I make weekly videos on YouTube here to give you tips and tricks on how to start taking charge of your own life. And today I wanted to talk about a very special topic, which is on self-care. In this video I'll talk about what self-care exactly is, why I think it's so important, and I'll also share a personal story with you all on what happens when self-care is not part of your routine, and also on how I use it, how I leverage my self-care routine to help me advance personally and professionally. And I'll also give you tips on how you can start doing this routine to create balance in your life and create happiness. So let's get started. So I wanted to start off with a personal story. I don't know if you know, but I started my life coaching practice in June of 2014, this year, a few months ago, and recently business has started picking up, and I'm so grateful for what I do because I love what I do, and I love to work with clients one-on-one, and I do that every day. But what started happening is I started getting busy in the month of November, and one day I noticed, I work Monday to Friday, some days 7 hours a day, sometimes 9 hours a day. I love what I do, so time goes by really fast, and I'm being creative and in the zone and helping people. It's all great. But what started happening was about 2 weeks ago, I was noticing that my health wasn't well. I was working so much, I was overworked, I was falling sick, and had a flu that lingered over like 2 weeks, and it just wouldn't go away, and it was enough that my body was feeling sore, and even though I love what I do, I just couldn't get to it, and it sucked. When you love what you do and you can't do it because you're sick, yeah, it sucks. And so what I realized was that, even though I love what I do, and maybe you love your job, and maybe something amazing is going in your life that is keeping you super busy and you enjoy it in the moment, but basically what it does is it leaves us empty. As much as we want to serve others and help others, we need to first help ourselves. So that realization came to me at that point when I was sick, and I said, this is not sustainable. I need to start making smart decisions on how I spend my time as a life coach during the day, and how can I start teaching my clients about self-care if I don't take care of myself. So as you know, I don't ever prescribe any medicine that I wouldn't take myself, right? So gotta hold myself accountable. So what I did was I said to myself, okay, I need to create a self-care routine, because what if you do self-care on a regular basis, even if your body's like well and fine and you can go like another month, but what you do is, it's a habit. You create time in your schedule, maybe every 2 weeks, maybe every week, maybe every day. You have to decide what works for you, but for me it's every 2 weeks. I decided every 2 weeks I'm going to take a day off, of course with the weekends off too, but Monday to Friday working, I'm going to take a day off for every 2 weeks to focus on myself, focus on my needs, focus on, what is it that I need to do, maybe creatively in my business. Basically I call it a revitalization day. And basically what I do for my self-care routine is, I incorporate exercise in. I focus on being grateful in my journal. I write about learnings that I have recently learned in my business. I focus on how can I better serve my clients, how can I provide more value. I also watch something inspirational, whether that's a movie or something on YouTube. I do something creative on like a personal project, hang pictures of my family or something like that. So what is self-care? Let me get into that now. Self-care is a practice that you follow in your life to try to keep you in balance. As we all have, so many roles to play. We have jobs to go to, we have kids to take care of, we have, houses to clean, go out and have a personal social life. Basically what happens is when we're in the go-go mode, even if we're enjoying ourselves in the moment, we all need to rest. And I don't mean like sleep. I don't mean by rest like to sleep, but what I mean is intentionally create some time in your calendar for yourself, what fills you up. And you'll find that when you do that self-care routine for yourself, something you enjoy that fills you up, maybe it's hanging out with your friends, maybe it's, quiet time reading a book, maybe it's time spent with your kids, just anything that brings you back to the present moment because the only place where your energy is preserved is being in the present moment. When you're busy and you're thinking about the future or you're worrying about the past, our energy drains. So when you create a routine around your self-care, what you're doing is you're forcing yourself, but after a while you start loving it and you crave it after a while, is that you're putting yourself back into the present moment where all things are possible, from where all creation is possible. And so that's what self-care routine is. So like the story that I shared with you, I didn't have a self-care routine, not a solid one, not the one that I do consistently, and it came to bite me in my bum, right? Like I was sick, I couldn't do what I love. So today I wanted to make a video about, this, to share my personal experiences with you, to say that, that if you create a routine, if you want to invest in yourself and you want to grow yourself while creating balance in your life, the right way to do things, kind of, to grow yourself personally and professionally, I think something like this is almost critical. Like to me and my business now, it's critical for me to have a morning routine. I've created a video about that already. Basically, how can you start doing this, set of habits or set of things that fill you up? You have to figure it out on your own. There is no magic pill. Basically, the question that I would ask myself is, when am I most happy? What am I doing when I'm most happy? And just listen in, tune into your body and listen in, maybe it's doing yoga with your friends, maybe it's going out with your friends, maybe it's spending time at home with your family, maybe it's cooking. I use cooking as a therapy, it's my self-care, it's part of my self-care routine to just have a whole bunch of items out of my fridge and create something with it, create something tasty. So use what you will from this video. Hopefully it was helpful. It will, I think a routine like this is what successful people choose to do. They choose to invest in themselves, and investing in yourself doesn't have to cost anything. In fact, these days, I think more than money, it's the time and the effort that we first put into ourselves. And then basically what happens is when you take care of yourself, you will feel more in balance, and because you're more in balance, you're able to do more, whether that's in your professional life, in your career, in your business, or in your personal life. You're able to stay present in the close relationships, in your family, your friends, and you're able to stay hopeful, stay positive in your life, no matter what you're going through. So hopefully you found today's video helpful. If you have any comments, please leave them below. I love to read them. I will also link all my other business links, Facebook page, and my blog that I weekly also write on there. Currently I also have for December a promotion that I'm doing on Facebook. If you don't follow us at Take Charge of Your Life Now. And all you have to do is like the page, and I am selling some life coaching packages for your loved ones or for yourself. Maybe make that a part of your routine, is, having a meeting with a coach regularly who can push you and motivate you and support you in creating the life of your dreams and or a career of your dreams. So check those links out, and we will talk to you next week. Hopefully you have a good day today and great rest of the weekend. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon.